there. Hello. Welcome to my stream. I'm sharing the link as per usual here. Got a great show for you today with Tom Smith joining me. And I'm just going to share that link. All right, here we go. Woohoo. So I hope everyone's having an excellent Sunday afternoon. Like it's Sunday. I know this. We do this on Sundays. But okay, get my chat where I can see it. Get that going. Ta-da. All right, I'm gonna try to start with a little Beatles here today, and hopefully I'll get through this song. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun. It's all right. It's all right. Ooh, almost got through it without messing up that riff. That's a work in progress. And kind of funny song to choose for today, I guess, because everything is covered in ice. I don't know about where you are, but I went for a walk today and I walked across a field that was just covered in ice. It's like normally grassy. And it was just solid ice with like a thin layer of chipped ice or snow on top of it. So it was kind of misleading, and it was really fun to like crunch/slide across it. I kind of wished I had ice skates. I kind of wish I knew how to ice skate. But anyway, welcome. Hello to Joanne and Ron and Gordon. Thank you so much for tuning in. With the sun about to set behind me, that's about right. Well, here comes at least the metaphorical sun in terms of let's be warm and cheerful, because I have an excellent guest today from the Cambridge, Massachusetts folk scene, longtime open mic a mainstay. And I think we met because we were participants in a songwriting group that Greg Klima ran for a few years. And I was always happy when he would show up and bring his excellent songs. So without further ado, here is Tom Smith. Ta-da! Hello,
Hello.
Tom.
It's so
Hi.
great to join you today, Amy.
Oh, thanks. It's great to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So what's new with you?
Well, I'm just trying to hold it all together, between shoveling snow and now scraping ice, and then there's of course this little thing called the virus.
Oh my goodness. I know. I was wondering how you were keeping it together. It's been a rough time for musicians. I feel
Mhm.
like uh, I mean, I'm sort of an introvert. So I haven't minded too much like the excuse to not go to parties. But
Mm,
on the other hand, I really like the other night I so badly wanted to be at Toad when they reopened. So Toad,
mm.
for those of you who are watching, Toad is a music club here in it's very close to here. It's in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and it's just like a place where I've played, and you've probably played there too, Tom,
Yes, I
and
have.
many of our friends, and it's a wonderful like little hub of the music scene, but it's so tiny, like 10 people fit in that place, so it wasn't a place that I necessarily wanted to be trying to
Mm.
drink a beer and like drink around the mask or
Yeah.
something. But I'm glad that they're reopening, and
Yeah.
hopefully hopefully things will keep getting better.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
I think the size of the band sometimes is at least as large as the size of the audience that can fit in that place.
Certainly with the Baker Thomas band,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, hi, mom, and thank you very much. My mom says I look nice today. Or maybe she's talking to you, I don't know.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, and, Joanne says hello to you as well.
Hi, Joanne. Good to
So
see you.
So we got a good crowd gathering, and so those of you who are watching, if you get a chance to just share that link, excuse me, to your feed, and let your friends know to come and check us out. We would super appreciate it. I'm very happy to see we have a combination of people on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch today as well. So that's a good distribution. But anyway, hopefully our audience will continue to grow and things will continue to get better. Would you like to play a song?
Sure, you brought us a song about the sun, and the first song that I thought I would sing has us squarely in the middle of winter.
All right, no problem.
This one is I wrote to kind of poke fun at some of my New Hampshire neighbors about during the warm months. I'm often up in New Hampshire, and I when I decided I wanted to write a hit, because of my experience from the early folk revival and everything, I thought, well, I'll write a song maybe like Jimmy Buffett or uh, Harry Belafonte maybe might write. Okay. Here I am on this New Hampshire farm. I'm freezing while the snow's falling down. Guess I had about a case of beer to try to get my head far out of here, to an island in the bright sunshine, sipping on a rum and lime. I would be feeling fine if I was in Jamaica, down the way where the nights are always gay and the sun is shining every day. Oh, to have a boat to sail away to Jamaica. Sounds of laughter ringing everywhere. Girls are dancing barefoot there. If only I could ride my old gray mare to Jamaica. Take me where there ain't no wood to chop and the mud won't swallow me up. Where there ain't no hungry flies to chew upon my neck and fill my eyes. I wanna feel my toes in sand where I can lose my farmer's tan. Hey, somebody take this man. Where? To Jamaica. Down the way where the nights are always gay and the sun is shining every day. Oh, to have a boat to sail away to Jamaica. Sounds of laughter ringing everywhere. Girls are dancing barefoot there. If only I could ride my old gray mare. Where? To Jamaica. If I could change my point of view, I would adjust my attitude. Yeah, I do enjoy those bingo nights. And every weekend there's a rousing barroom fight. This coming June we're gonna roast a pig. The tractor pull is an exciting gig. Who am I trying to kid? Take me to Jamaica. Down the way where the nights are always gay and the sun is shining every day. Oh, to have a boat to sail away to Jamaica. Sounds of laughter ringing everywhere. Girls are dancing barefoot there. If only I could ride my old gray mare to Jamaica. Down the way where the nights are always gay and the sun is shining every day. Oh, to have a boat to sail away to Jamaica. Sounds of laughter ringing everywhere. Girls are dancing barefoot there. If only I could ride my old gray mare to Jamaica.
Woo! Yeah. I like that song. I was singing along. You just couldn't hear me.
Uh, yeah, I was thinking of ukulele would sound pretty good there.
Oh, yeah. To Jamaica. So actually, interesting little factoid for you today. I learned this recently because I teach my ukulele students the song Jamaica Farewell as
Mm-hmm.
well as Deo, both of those great Harry Belafonte songs. And I learned recently that those were written by the same person whose name is Irving Burgie or Bergie, and he was also known as Lord Burgess. And
Mm-hmm.
he was a New Yorker, but his mother was from Barbados, and he is considered the father of calypso music.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your little history moment for the day. Let's see here. Well, I'm just checking in on the comments. Hello, William Hefner. Nice to see you. And he says, hello from Tennessee on my way to Texas. Just passed through Nashville. That's awesome. On the music highway there.
Mm. That's
Um,
that's one thing that COVID gave us, Amy, is that we can get together, you and I, even though we're only 15 miles away physically, but we can get together with people all over the world.
That's true. I've very much enjoyed that aspect all along. Have given us the opportunity to, I don't know, just yeah, attend. Like I attended Kerrville virtually a couple years ago. 20. I'm like, wait, a couple years ago. It was already. It
Mm,
seems like a long time ago now. 2020. Um, my mom says I never gave her Deo. Oh well,
mm,
we can remedy that.
mm.
And hello, Galen. Thank you for joining.
Oh, hi, Galen. Good to see
Yay.
you. See you, sort of.
Thanks for taking us to Jamaica. Yeah. Well, let's see here. I think so. I'm going to try to keep us in the tropics here, although I'm going to be on the other side, opposite ocean, I believe, if I've got my geography correct. Because Jamaica is, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamaica is in the Atlantic Ocean,
Yep.
um, down south of
In the Caribbean.
in the Caribbean. Yes. All right. And so I'm going to take us to the Pacific Ocean. Gordon says, "You won't even give your own mother the time of day." Oh. 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 Yes, dad jokes galore. All right, well, here's a song. So I tried to do this one last week, and I it was a little rough. And let's see if I can get through it this week. We're working up till next week, where Tim Lewandowski will be here live with me in the studio. In addition to having Olivia Brownlee joining us remotely, but Tim wrote this song, and he brought it to me and I helped him finish it, added some chords and some lyrics. But this is really Tim's song, and he had gone on vacation to Bora Bora, and so the song is called "Bored in Bora Bora." Let me find the right chords. What do you do when you're bored in Bora Bora? Blue in your beachfront bungalow, in the sand and the sun, you've had all the fun you can have when you're drinking at a table for one. I would go back to before Bora Bora, so I could bring you along. Hawaii, Tahiti, come down and meet me, be bored in Bora Bora with me. I would go back to before Bora Bora, so I could bring you along. Hawaii, Tahiti, just come down and meet me, be bored in Bora Bora with me. Hey, that was much smoother this week.
Wow, I think I better get myself a drink with an umbrella in it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Do you have a supply of drink umbrellas at your house?
No. I'm not really an umbrella drink kind of a guy, but this music is sort of getting me in the mood.
That sounds great. Hey, Taylor, fan 01313. I forget your real name starts with a T and it is not Taylor Fan, but hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me again. And Joanne says this would be a good moment for Holiday in Waikiki by the Kinks. I don't know that one, but all right. Well,
I have a song that's going to actually be a little bit from colder times,
all right.
and we had mentioned that I come from an old school folk tradition, and I definitely feel like I owe a great debt to some of the old timers. And when I wrote this song, I had folks like Pete Seeger in mind, and Woody Guthrie, and my personal mentor Bill Bunyan, who was the musicologist at Old Sturbridge Village, who taught me a lot about historical songs. And so this is kind of a close encounter between a rock and roller, a Bruce Springsteen-like character, and a Pete Seeger-like character.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Cool setup.
It's sort of a emotionally true story. On my way home after playing a show, driving alone, I crashed in the snow. I climbed from the car. I thanked God that I could My electric guitar lay crushed where I stood. I didn't know then, but that was a sign. Was it fate, omen, luck, or design? I met an old man, stood at his door. He held out his hand. I took so much more. I sat by his fire. He went to the hall, took down his guitar that hung on the wall. He sang of the past like a saint to a sinner, and I knew that this must be the last folk singer. His magic was plain, it was wrapped in his song. Now I can't explain, but as I sang along to his songs about sailors and farmers and such, mill workers and tailors, I swear I could touch their calluses, their swords, and the sweat on their brows as they pulled on their oars and pushed on their plows. Yes, it's true that my plow has a different name. As I push on it now, I sweat just the same. And when our eyes met, I knew he could see that I was in debt. His songs were in me, songs that will last in my soul. They will linger as they live in the soul of the last folk singer. Then he sang of the future, of peace, love, and light, and how we can get there if we just sing it right. To a world that is waking to the words and the chords of his songs for the making of plowshares from swords. Then a thought came along, what will become of all of his songs when the old man is gone? For nothing I've made ever gave my heart wings like those songs that he played on 6 humble strings. I awoke the next day. The old man had died. His sad guitar lay right there by his side, seeming to ask for the touch of his finger and the sound of the voice of the last folk singer. Then I found a note. It was tucked under the strings with these words that he wrote: a new bell must ring. I pass my guitar. It's the bell. You're the ringer. Sing on. is the hope of the last folk singer, the last folk singer.
Ah, that's a beautiful
Thank you.
song. Wow. So I'm not to make light of it, but I'm imagining now that like young punk rocker Tom Smith is like with your mohawk and you're all like, "Ugh," and you meet this guy and he like passes his folk torch on to you and suddenly you're like, "Oh, now I love Paul Pete Seeger or whatever."
Yeah. Well, it was sort of it's like I say, it's emotionally true. I feel like some of these folks, I knew personally, and and it, sometimes I do kind of think that, especially when I hang around some of the folk circles where the average age has got to be 75 or 80. I wonder, well, what's going to happen when all these songs are gone?
Oh, I think the songs will live on.
Mm,
Some of them.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
But then,
daunting.
you see Molly Tuttle and all these wonderful, Sierra Hall, all these wonderful young folk musicians, and you say, yeah, we're in good hands.
I have a nice comment from Galen here. It's a stunningly beautiful plowshare.
Oh, thank you, Galen.
Yeah, cool. So you were saying about Molly Tuttle.
Well, no, I was just saying that, whenever I kind of get the feeling like what's going to happen when all these songs are gone and the old timers are gone, and then people, like a Molly Tuttle, uh, they show up, and other absolutely wonderful young folk musicians, and some of them have a different slant on it, but they all have the authenticity in their hearts, and so I think we'll be okay. The songs will always be there. Might sound a little different, but they'll always be there.
Huh. Yeah, I authenticity is really it's actually something that I kind of struggle with and I would say, I look at your songs, hear your songs and I think they're they are very good at expressing a type of authenticity and it's daunting to me to want to be like, okay, how do I share something true? And if I don't write songs that really speak from the heart and say something, this like message about humanity in a big picture way, am I a terrible person or a
Mm.
bad folk musician? Joanne just said Amy is a young folkie. Thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
just, I think, you have to be kind to yourself, Amy. Authenticity comes in all kinds of flavors. It's not always just the, anthems that will save the world. There's authenticity from Annie DeFranco. There's authenticity
Mm,
from, you name it. There are, uh, you know, but I think you're right. That's the word. I could smell from a million miles away when a song is not authentic,
mm.
and I think that basically you just have to, sing it from your heart and what comes out. And the songs you write are absolutely authentic.
Thank you.
So you
Thank you.
have you have nothing to worry about there.
So Gordon says authenticity is being true to yourself, not putting on an act. And I was just going to say, it's funny because I enjoy telling true stories, but I also enjoy like persona songs,
Hmm.
and I think they're really fun. And I was just thinking about Lin Manuel Miranda, who writes in character. So Lin Manuel Miranda wrote Hamilton, but also wrote the songs for Moana, and also recently wrote the
Mm.
songs for the new Disney movie Encanto. And I've just been learning two of those songs because I have some young students who might like to learn them. And one of them it just perfectly it's called Surface Pressure. So have you seen Encanto?
No.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching if you can get Disney Plus or get a chance to watch that movie. And the songs are great. The story is great.
Mm,
But Surface Pressure tell it's this character who has super strength, and she's feeling the pressure to like perform, these feats of strength and always put on a strong front for her family and
mm,
never show any kind of weakness or
mm,
emotion. And it's an
mm.
excellent song. Anyway, so I
Well,
was just thinking.
speaking of Disney Plus, though, I guess maybe I'm going to have to do it right now because I'm on the edge of that because I want to see the new Beatles documentary. And
Mhm.
you actually reminded me of it. We opened with that lovely George Harrison song.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Beatles documentary is on my sort of to watch list.
Mm.
Um,
It's only what 8 hours long or
yeah,
so.
but so far we're working on Ducktales.
Ah,
And WandaVision. Anyway, there's like so much media there, and it's so good, and there's more than I could ever watch. But so I'm gonna play a song for you now. So thinking about the last one, I actually have one song that begins with a car accident as well,
yeah.
and perhaps might be a semi-authentic song. So it tells a story. Uh, Based on some experiences that are grossly exaggerated of my bad old days. But also my grandmother gets to speak in this song. She actually came to me in a dream after she had passed away and told me I'd better straighten up and fly right. And when your grandmother does that, you think, okay, all right, I'm listening. So this is called Arrows and Slings. I have gambled with high stakes, seen accidents and earthquakes, been in fights, lost all control, picked up a stranger in a bar, went on a spree and crashed my car, survived by the grace of I just don't know. Now I've seen hard luck, fate, and circumstance, sometimes leaving it up to chance. Works out in our favor after all. And sometimes we're better off than we ever planned. Cause a friend was there to lend a hand or show me how to get up when I fall. So here's a song for my guardian angels. Here's a song for believing I could change, yeah. But I try not to make it so hard. Try not to make it so hard. Try not to make it so hard. Now you said straighten up and fly right. So I stayed up all night, getting high. Didn't earn my wings, and I'm not the type to take a crutch, but you still come through in the clutch, a shield from life's arrows and slings. So here's a song for my guardian angels. Here's a song for believing I could change, yeah. But I'll try not to make it so hard. Try not to make it so hard. Try not to make it so hard. Hey.
Oh, I'm so glad you did that one,
Nice.
Amy.
Oh, thanks.
That is among my favorite Amy Kucharik songs. Just wonderful. I love that one.
Aw, thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna take off
Hmm.
the I gotta take off the headphones to take off the harmonica. Here we go. Wah!
And
Alright.
authentic as all get out.
Yeah, well, you inspired me to play it. I was like, "All right, I have a song that's a waltz about a car accident and, like, sort of getting truth from a previous generation."
Mm,
Yeah, so
mhm, mm,
yeah.
yeah. I have a song that kind of it it strangely kind of follows that a little bit. There's you know, I I love open mics. I don't know about you, but these amateur nights when people share the stage and people show up, even the person who's playing ukulele for the very first time on an open stage versus a pro who happens to be in the area. And I love it all. I love the amateurs. And often it's not rare that I go home and say, wow, I saw something really special tonight, or I met somebody really special tonight. So I'm going to do a song about uh, uh, one open mic that I remember comes to mind.
Sometimes there's even pro ukulele players, so
Yeah.
alright. I'm see, I'm not gonna let that one slip. You
Yeah.
little
Well,
subtle ukulele dig there.
yeah, well, yeah, uh, ukulele has gotten an incredible resurgence in the last few years, and ukulele was my first instrument. My
Oh, I
aunt
did not know
Yeah,
that. That's
I
cool.
remember I was 5 years old. My Aunt Carrie taught me how to play the ukulele. It was a plastic, Arthur Godfrey model that
Oh,
had a box on the neck with buttons on it, kind of like an auto harp. You can play a C chord by pressing this button, and a G chord by pressing that button, and an F chord by pressing that button. And
amazing.
that's how I learned how to, you know, that's how I got started. My Aunt Carrie was playing the ukulele, and I still have her ukuleles. So she has had 6 of them when she was around, and I still have them. They're in my closet. I can't possibly bear to part from them. Personally, though, although I love the ukulele, I find the small neck hurts my arthritis, so I
Ah.
have to just play it sparingly.
Well, next time I see you, I'll have to let you try this one because this one's actually got a really huge neck
Yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah.
ukulele. Not like a guitar, but still. Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your song. I'm gonna be quiet now and let you
Okay, okay. So you won't find me disparaging ukuleles. I love ukuleles. This is it's all true about a real person. Her old Gibson has a third shift heart with strings that rip her fingertips. Life taught her to grip hard, but she turned my head with a turn of phrase in that beer joint from the open stage. An antidote for lonely days, songs played on a scarred guitar. She can't control where they come from. I just know when they are sung, they hold me in a quiet state of grace. Sometimes with the kids asleep, when darkness hides the tears she cries, her words fall in a heap, and they lay there spent upon the floor. Currency in payment for a song that calls out from her core, as bitter as it's sweet. She can't control where they come from. I just know when they are sung, They hold me in a quiet state of grace. She struggles to keep it all in tune. Guitar strings and wedding rings break when stretched too thin. But with 2 mouths that she has to feed, she replants when the flood recedes. Every hardship is a seed. She grows into a song. She can't control where they come from. I just know when they are sung. They hold me in a quiet state of grace. She can't control where they come from. I just know when they are sung. They hold me in a quiet state of grace. Thank you.
That was really nice. Really good comments coming in. Thank you all so much. Galen said something really sweet, and good audience today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Well, that song has made me think about a cover songs that I learned recently, and I've played this only once before on this platform, so I'll do this one today. This is actually a Billie Eilish song, which I don't know if you're a fan of Billie, but speaking of the younger generation of songwriters, she's quite young, and she wrote this song with her brother, who's only slightly older than she is, and this one it's a song about inspiration and quiet. So yeah. Oh, I guess I need to do the thing. Here we go. Ooh. Wake up and smell the coffee. Is your cup half full or empty? When we talk, you say it softly, but I love it when you're awfully quiet. Mm, quiet. You see a piece of paper, could be a little greater. Show me what you could make her. You'll never know until you try it. And you don't have to keep it quiet. And I know it makes you nervous, but I promise you it's worth it to show 'em everything you kept inside. Don't hide. Don't hide. Too shy to say, but I hope you stay. Don't hide away. Come out and play. Look up, look out your window. See snow, don't let it in, no. Leave home and feel the wind blow, 'cause it's colder here inside in silence. Ooh, and you don't have to keep it quiet. And I know it makes you nervous, but I promise you it's worth so shy to say, but I hope you stay. Don't hide away. Come out and play. Hey, let's bring Tom back. Yay.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to listen to Billie Eilish then.
That is such a great song. I've not gotten I've had a hard time connecting with some of her other stuff, and people have called it whispercore. It's like very like
Yeah,
ethereal sounding,
yeah.
and sort of like very quiet dancey beats and stuff,
Mm,
but yeah,
mm,
there's some content there,
mm,
definitely.
mm. Ah, wonderful. Well, I'm looking at the time. How many more songs do you think we might have?
Well, we should do at least do 2 more each, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
So, like, however you're feeling. There's definitely no cutoff time. I've just been doing about an hour stream, and, I feel like
Okay.
leave people wanting more.
Okay. Um, well then, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to try. Well, we started by saying that, all of the things that are going on in the world kind of make it difficult to be creative. And so, yeah, I've been in a bit of a songwriting slump, but uh, uh, and so what I try to do to break out of it is do something different, like write poetry or just, journaling, and that sort of often will help. So if you don't mind, I'm going to try something that I've been working up with spoken word. Okay.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, this is a great place for it.
Okay. This is a song about, that actually talks about two events that actually happened 60 years apart. Northeastern Pennsylvania. I had just finished morning chores. I put on my canvas sneakers, you know, like the kind Bob Cousy wore. It was 1957 on the dirt road to Blackwell's farm to shoot hoops with my friend Jerry up against his parents' barn. A penny's just a penny when $1's in your hand. $1's in your hand. I looked down at my feet as my kids kicked up the summer dust. That's when I found a brand new penny that some other walker must have lost. Now, a penny is just a penny. It didn't mean that much to me. So I put it in my slingshot and fired it at a tree. An old farmer in his tomato patch must have seen what I had done. Shoot that worthless penny into the woods, just for fun. He leaned his hoe up against the fence, and in a quiet kind of way, he waved and called me over. And that's when I heard him say, a penny's just a penny when $1's in your hand. $1 is in your hand. Then he went right back to hoeing. I was confused. I didn't understand. See, I didn't have $1, not in my pocket or in my hand. I figured he was crazy, so I just walked away. Since then, I haven't thought about that once. That is, until today, when I found a 1957 penny on the city sidewalk in the snow. It brought that memory of summer, though now it's cold and I'm the one who's old. And instead of a farmer and a fence, there's a teddy bear outside of a tent, pitched there in the alley next to a warm subway vent. A penny is just a penny when a dollar's in your hand. A dollar is in your hand. Now the words of that old farmer came rushing back to me. Sometimes it can take a lifetime before a man can see. So I put that penny into an envelope along with $100 bill. And I left it there on that teddy bear's lap, resting on the subway grill. A penny is just a penny when a dollar's in your hand. I have a dollar in my hand. A dollar's in my hand.
Hooray. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's a perfect segue to remind everyone that we have a virtual tip jar set up. So I would love to have some tips to share with Tom today. You can just send any tips to by Venmo at Amy-Kucharik, or you can use my PayPal link there. If you don't like Venmo or PayPal, yeah, you can private message me and I'll tell you other ways to send in a tip. But we really appreciate it. It's like busking, and yeah, I'm just going to leave that little link up there for a minute. But I want to bring in a very special guest who I have joining me here today, and we're going to have to squeeze to fit him in. But John Berkey's here.
Hey, John. Hi.
So I told him he should come and join for a song since you know each other, and yeah. And you had the day off today.
Yes.
Oh, good. Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, so we'll play one more here, and I think we have time for Tom to do another song, and then if there's more time, we'll play another. But if not, that might be our closer. So, all right, here we go. And I got to get my guitar here, which I should have been tuning, but I tuned it beforehand. I think it's still in tune pretty well.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. It's warm for November. The war is long over. I'm at the cellar with all the old crew. At the scene of the crime, 4,000 good times from the years when I came here with you. When you walk down the front stairs, I slip out of my chair, pay my tab, toss a tip to the band. But your smile is a white flag, so I stop right in my tracks as you stroll up and offer your hand. Let's dance one more time like we used to. Just hold me like you did when I first knew you. were so much younger then, and all of us still friends. So let's dance one more time like we used to. And then the music just hits me, or it could be the whiskey, or the memories that never do die. Like that night in Montgomery, you told me you loved me, that same something behind your green eyes. But we don't even care. Our friends are all staring at the spectacle out on the floor as we turn and we sway. That holds at bay. Oh, I still can't forgive you for. Let's dance one more time like we used to. Just hold me like you did when I first knew you. We were so much younger then, and all of us still friends. So let's dance one more time like we used to. And on a muted TV, the world seems to agree that we're all headed straight for the end. And they're right, and I know it. But here in this moment, I'll lean into your arms and try to pretend. You laugh as you say, we'll be joking someday, at the havoc we left in our path. I say we'll get along till the end of this song. You can't promise me nothing past that, but we can dance one more time like we used to. Just hold me like you did when I first knew you. We were so much younger then, and all of us still friends. So let's dance one more time like we used to. Let's dance one more time like we used to. Hey, give it up for John Borecki, everybody. Woohoo!
Oh, and seeing John there reminds me, Amy, you have your band, you're streaming with your band pretty soon, right?
That's true. Yeah, I've been streaming with them a little bit here and there. Um, so I'll have, let's see, next week I'll have Tim Lewandowski from my band, the trombone player, here with me in the studio, but we'll have Olivia Brownlee joining us all the way from the West Coast.
Yeah, a good friend, Olivia.
Yeah. And the week after that, I believe, is. I think I have someone live that week. The 27th of February is the date that I will be back at Aeronaut with Greg Toro. And so we won't be at this 5 o'clock time slot. We'll be 3 to 5 here in Somerville at the Aeronaut Brewery. So if you're local, you can come out and see us in person, masked, of course. And if you're farther away, you can join us. We'll set up a live stream, and it actually worked last time. The sound was, less than ideal. You said you caught it, and it was like you could listen to it, and the picture quality was okay. So it is what it is. But yeah,
wonderful. Wonderful.
And then I have a very exciting event coming up the second Sunday of March. I'll be starting a blues residency in Burren, and that'll be in the evening, and we'll set up a live stream for that as well. So
Oh, wonderful.
that's really exciting.
Bern is a great venue and always wonderful sound and it's a terrific place. One of my favorite places to play.
Yeah, definitely. Which, speaking of sound, I have to apologize. There's a little buzz coming from my headphone cable, and I haven't been able, or my microphone cable, and I haven't been able to remedy it. It comes and goes, and it's
Mm.
bad right now. But
Mm.
anyway, yeah, I was gonna say it's so great to have John here, and we don't play as much music together as we could or should, but we do a little bit, and it's always
Mm.
fulfilling. And, did you have the opportunity to play any music with your daughter, Mally, when she was visiting, or
We did a couple of cameos live streamed right from this very room. It was wonderful to have her here during the month of December. Um, and but frankly, we had so much catching up to do that we didn't think about performances.
that totally makes sense, it's Christmas time, you just wanna hang out and have
Mm, mm,
family time.
mm.
Speaking of your live streams, where can people find those if they want to follow you and
Well,
catch your future streams?
the best way to keep in touch with me is by signing up for my mailing list, and you could find that at tomsmithmusic.com, right there on the front page. And that's and also on that page, if you want to keep in touch with me through social media, my links are there, and I I make a little noise from time to time when I'm doing something.
Very cool.
It's hard right now though. I've been uh, resisting doing any live shows at all because of the health conditions here, and so it's I'm hoping that come spring we'll be able to be outside more.
Yeah, I feel the same. I've done few and far between, and I try to be as safe as possible, but
Mhm. Mm,
the outdoor shows will be
mm,
a much friendlier venue, I think.
mm. Say, I love looking at all of the being able to see all of the comments from all the different sources. Say hello to Trevor. I haven't seen him before, and Jackson Gilman is on there, and Ron Newman. So it's good to see some
Oh,
folks
yeah.
from all over the place.
Oh, yes, and thank you for joining us via Facebook, Trevor. Trevor is, I believe, a friend from Twitch who was on here earlier as Taylor fan. So
Oh,
Trevor is the real name.
we got two listeners for the price of one.
Yeah, and my mom says, "Good to see you, Johan."
Hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. So Tom, would you sing us out? Would you care to do one
Sure,
more song?
sure. I have one song here that uh, it's- it kind of fits, I think, as a closing song. It's a song that kind of looks at a lot of different facets of that diamond, that many-sided diamond that we call love. Thank you, Amy. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. Love is a flower in May, a yellow trumpet announcing the day, calling all children to play. Love is a flower in May, and love is a banjo in June. It's the struggle to play it in tune, and it's the patience of listeners too. Love is a banjo in June. Love is a storm in July, It's the hand on my back when I cry. It's what I'll take with me when I die. And love is a harvest in fall. It's the fruit of our care over all. The creatures great and the small. Love is a harvest in fall. When darkness tries to take hold, it's the fire that we share in the cold. Some things get stronger as they grow old. Love is a harvest in fall, and love is a storm in July. Love is a banjo in June, and love is a flower in May. Love is a flower in May. Love is a flower in May.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. Giving us a good segue into the springtime and into our next week Love Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to put the tip link up one more time. Gordon actually said, this is great. Are you saying that love doesn't exist? Love is a banjo in tune? I didn't want to put that up while you were playing the song. And
I said it's a struggle to play it in tune.
yeah, very different. Well, thank you so much, Tom, for joining me today. That was really, really wonderful. It's great to see you and hear you
And great
play.
to see you.
And
My pleasure for sure, Amy.
yeah, mine too. We should do this again. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Really excellent comments in the comment thread tonight. Joanne and Gordon and Ron and Galen and Mom and Bill and everyone else who was here. Trevor. So great to see you all. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you next week, same time, same place with Olivia Brownlee and Tim Lewandowski.